Welcome back, and we are here on the Arathusa Airstrip. We've followed male leopard tracks that were heading in this direction, and there was also tracks of Shadow and Sandile, her cub, heading in this general direction. But we didn't find the leopard, we found the impala that you've just been looking at instead. But it's such a beautiful morning, and they are such beautiful antelope that we couldn't resist sharing it with you. And I think it's worth having a closer look now. They are all showing signs of a little bit of excitement and playfulness. It is the end of the rutting season, but they will still be charged with testosterone and the excitement of that mating period. And even though there's no ladies around, we may still witness a little bit of competitive behavior between them, and you can almost see how they're strutting around in circles. They're not sure what to do with one another. As we arrived and we saw them a few moments ago, two of them were having a little bit of a fight. Oh, look at that. Now the starlings are having a bit of a dispute, and that was a Birchall starling chasing away in all likelihood a greater blue-eared starling, a slightly smaller one. Well, morning, James, and thanks for sending your question through. It's something that we should touch on more often, and therefore it's a great question. James would like to know, why can we not traverse the bordering properties that surround Djuma and Arathusa, the two properties which we are allowed to traverse? And James, the reason for that is simply to ensure that any given area that is traversed is not overpopulated with vehicles and traffic. There's only so many vehicles that can enjoyably drive around certain areas, and in the Sabi Sands, a very established reserve, those traversing agreements are fairly long-standing and have been in place for a long time. We can consider ourselves lucky getting the traversing areas we have on Djuma and Arathusa, because there's such high demand for people to explore these areas, and all of the lodges are very established, and therefore so are the traversing agreements. And you could imagine it would be chaotic if there was too many vehicles driving around, and how would everyone be able to share and enjoy sightings if there was too many people in that equation? So, as frustrating as it can be, don't get me wrong, there's nothing worse than following tracks to a boundary and then waving them goodbye, or even an animal. But it is for the greater good of everybody who is on safari here. It creates a more exclusive and enjoyable safari experience when the perfect number of vehicles are searching an area. Good question though, and I hope my answer helps you to understand why exactly we can't go wherever we like. Thankfully the animals can, and that's what counts. The animals that we are looking at now could, if they wanted to, end up 200 miles away from here, but still be in a safe, natural ecosystem, which is the Greater Kruger National Park. It's a massive reserve that the Sabi Sands, which we are a part of, 60,000 hectares, is a part of a 3 million hectare Greater Kruger National Park ecosystem. And there's two males that seem to be having a bit of a tussle. Again, it's probably practice for future seasons. Those look like two young males, but it's important for them to practice so that when they do turn about 4 or 5 years old, they'll become sexually mature and be ready to compete with other impala for rights over females. And you can see how excited and almost playful they are with one another, jumping around. It's not a very serious fight, but like I say, very good practice for them. And we are quite far away. It's a very big open clearing, so Andrew is at full zoom here. And I'm tempted to maybe even go a little bit closer. Let's try that and see if we can get you closer in on the action. But my guess is by so. Oh, there they all go running off. And I'll just stop here and let Andrew show them disappearing off into the bush. Oh, they've carried on a little bit with the fighting, but they are generally heading away. And we're going to leave them now and continue towards Arathusa Dam. There are reports of really attacks in that area, so I'd like to head across there and give the guys a hand. I'm guessing that it's probably Tingana, so who knows, next time you see us we may have Tingana, but we're going to cut over to James and catch up with you a little bit later.